Yeah.
It's lights out when I do my thing. It's man down when I enter the ring.
I'm the king of the ring.
Terphouse, put it down for the team. It ain't over till the champion sing.
I'm the king of the ring.
It's lights out when I do my thing. It's man down when I enter the ring.
I'm the king of the ring.
Terphouse, put it down for the team. It ain't over till the champion sing.
I'm the king of the ring.
Fight night, I'ma turn this shit to fright night. Knock 'em on the ass like Iron Mike. They go night night, sleepwalking, do the stanky leg, make his knees buckle. Terphouse Farmz, we just legalize the weed hustle. The body snatcher, like a Viking with a sword. Like a knight on his horse, I be striking with his war. Bare knuckle boxing, UFC to the Bellator. Top competitor.
What's up? What's up? What's up? You see the intro? I mean, it's badass. I mean, Yuck Mouth. I mean, come on. I mean, Yuck Mouth. I mean, I got 5 on it. I mean, writing an intro. I mean, it's totally fucking badass. But today I was just gonna. A lot of times I do shows talking about fighting and stuff, but I'm a huge sports fan. You know, big into college football and different. And even we're gonna talk a little golf because you know you've got the Saudi Arabia tour kicking it, you know, this week, and the PGA tour's getting pissed off. We're going to talk a little about that. First off, I just wanted to say this, you know, shout out to main sponsor Terphouse Farmz with a Z for your Delta, your CBD, your pre-rolls, your vapes, your creams, whatever you need. Check out Terphouse Farmz. We'll talk about a couple of the other sponsors later, but check out everything we got going on. But first off, my first part of the segment, I was talking about what the most delusional college football fan base was on a little skit I did the other day, and I said it was the Tennessee Volunteers for the fact of they haven't been relevant since Y2K. I mean, there was no internet when Tennessee was good at football. Hell, they've never had a kid be able to post on social media, "We beat Alabama." How bad is that? So, but Tennessee Vols suck. We know they do. But we're not talking about the Vols today. We're talking about what team and fan base is the Shallow Hal of college football. And you're going to ask me, you're going to say, the Shallow Hal of college football. There was a movie probably back 90s when Tennessee was good, maybe 90s. Jack Black was in it. Shallow Hal. Basically what happened is he was an arrogant piece of shit. And he got like some kind of way where if he saw a girl that was 300 pounds, she would be like super fucking hot, fit, and sexy. So basically what I'm saying is, what fan base looks at themselves in the mirror when they're really 300-pound fucking lard asses, but they see they're Megan Fox? And I was sitting there and I was thinking, every fucking year they're back. And I'll go into this is the rant, but I'm going to say the Shallow Hal of college football is the Texas Longhorns. And I'm going to say it like this right here. Every year they say, I'm back. They're not. I mean, Matt Brown, the last time they were relevant, they took Colt McCoy into, I think it was the Rose Bowl, playing, you know, roll motherfucking tide. Colt got his leg snapped, and that was the end of Texas Longhorns. I mean, they haven't, and you know, they got this kid from Ohio State, and they got Sarkisian, and they got the tight end from Alabama, and they're all this stuff. I'm going to tell you right now, it's just Texas is. I don't even know. Everybody's like, there's Texas. When has Texas really been good besides like 1 or 2 years? They never really have ever dominated Oklahoma. They won a national championship. They beat USC. But besides that year and the year they played Alabama and all those bullshit years back in the day when I mean, don't even say Major Applewhite and Ricky Williams. They didn't do nothing but win the Big Eight and shit like that. Texas Longhorn fans, they walk around and they're like, "Oh, we're coming to the SEC." I as an Alabama fan, I would worry more about playing Oklahoma than I do Texas. Just like their little brother Texas A&M. Texas A&M they're basically just. This is what's funny. Texas A&M is becoming Texas. They feel like they're. If I had to say the number 2 Shallow Hal team would be Texas A&M. They literally look at their stuff. This is what I think. There's a mirror, and on the mirror there's a picture of Will Anderson at Alabama. And what Texas does is, what Texas A&M does is they put their players' jerseys on it. So when their players look at the mirror, they think they're that guy when they're not. You have to win the championship, not the big championship, the national championship. You got to win your conference multiple years in a row. Do something. You get excited on 10 wins. At Alabama, if Nick Saban has a 10-win season, Alabama fans are calling Paul Finebaum. Oh, Finebaum, it's time. Hell, if Alabama loses one game, they're freaking out. Texas A&M goes 10-4, and they're like, "Whoa, we're back. We beat Alabama." Ole Miss beat Alabama 2 years in a row, and what did that do for them? They got put on probation, and they never did anything. Texas, you're fucking just Shallow Hal. Texas Longhorns fans, look at yourself in the mirror. You're fucking 350 pounds. You're overweight. You got pizza coming out of your fucking mouth, and y'all suck. Texas Longhorns are the most overrated, most Shallow Hal fan base in America in college football. And I was just going to get into that. And you know what? And there's a lot of other things, in the college football world. Jimbo Fisher, for instance. I haven't got to really say this, so maybe this will be a little take on Jimbo. When I was a kid, when I did something wrong, I would point fingers. I'd point fingers at other people. I would make up, I would be like, I messed up. Accusations about my little brother or whatever to try to catch him in a lot. Try to make him think he did it. And Jimbo Fisher, Nick Saban never said he cheated. He said he bought all his team. He never said, "Hey, you cheated." He just said he bought his team. And it's not no lie. It's in the books. Everybody knows it. But you're going to go out and you're going to say, Nick Saban did this, Nick Saban did this. What are you covering up? Everybody go back and look at Jameis Winston at the Florida State, all the stuff that went on there. Jimbo, since you've been at Texas A&M, did you not get on probation for some kind of show clause? You said you didn't cheat, you didn't lie. And look, you talk too fucking fast. You should be an auctioneer or a car salesman, and I've always been told never to trust neither. And nobody needs to trust Jimbo Fisher. Jimbo Fisher is a snake. And this is market. Anybody out there that wants to put up $1,000, Jimbo Fisher within 2 years will be fired, released from Texas A&M because he got the number 1 recruiting class, but you got to get him there. And guess what? You got a bunch of kids making all that money. Are they going to listen to Jimbo Fisher? No. But anyway, I didn't want to really get too much into Jimbo bashing and everything. But one thing I wanted to say is I'm seeing social media people like Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith. I'm going to even say like JJ Redick. JJ played basketball, but they're coming and they're like shitting on players. They're shitting on coaches. It's getting to the point where what the fuck is up with media? Is it you if you're a good media, like if I want to make myself, do I need to shit on Stephen A. Smith? Skip Bayless. I'm still trying to figure out how Skip Bayless is relevant. I love watching him. He's annoying as shit, and I watch his show. But how the hell did he get on primetime and make all that money? Shout out to Skip Bayless, But anyway, here we go. So I wanted to talk about Dustin Johnson on the PGA Tour. Did you see where he resigned and he joined the Saudi Arabia LV? It's the LIV Tour. They're going to pay him like $150 million to show up. He gets half up front and half afterwards. He don't have to he can finish dead last. Dead last. I mean, he could finish dead last. And everybody on the PGA Tour, they're like, "Oh, you piece of shit." I mean, I want you to think about something. If they're going to just guarantee you 150 mil, you're telling me right now he could go play, win, dominate in 2 years. The PGA is not going to accept him back. Yeah, they will. And then you're seeing Jack Nicklaus. Well, they offered me 100 million. Come on, fucking Jack. This is what pisses me off. This is what pisses me off. You've got Greg Norman. He's in that charge of it now. And then you got Jack Nicklaus going to put his dick out and say, guess what? They offered me 100 mil to do Greg's job, and I turned it down. That's why they gave it to Greg. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, Jack, why do you have to be like that? You trying to stay relevant, let people know, come on, Jack Nicklaus, what the fuck? And then today, did you see where they offered Tiger $1 billion to do it? Tiger turned it down because Tiger knows in the next 30 years, the PGA Tour, he's the next Jack Nicklaus doing all the stuff. And they're going to move on Jack out. And Tiger knows he's going to be quite over the billion. But what I think is going to happen, this is what I think is going to happen. The PGA is trying to play God and say they can't, which they said Dustin and Phil Mickelson announced last night that he's playing on the tour, which they're going to be able to play in the U.S. Open. So I think that's pretty cool. I think if they win, they make their money, and where is the Saudi Arabia people getting all this money just to throw it out for this shit? So if they make the money, I could see other people doing it the next time. But I don't understand why they're shitting on Dustin Johnson. I mean, it's like really, really pissing me off. And then there was one thing that I wanted to do, and it didn't pop up. DeShaun Watson, Cleveland Browns, and Jay Davis, Terphouse Farmz. You did the most Cleveland Brown thing. You signed a guy, paid him, go pay him all this money, and there's other stuff coming out. This one chick said that he was getting a massage, and then he rolled over, and he got in some kind of weird position. I can't remember. It's some like the Yoda position, and like he kept tapping on his dick. And look, there's 24 girls, and I know they all might be lying, but you're telling me they're all not. I got a feeling that DeShaun Watson will not ever play for the Cleveland Browns. I think he'll get suspended this year. The Browns have something where they're not going to have to pay him. But this is what I would do if I was Baker Mayfield. They're holding on to him for a reason. If I'm Baker and DeShaun gets suspended and they're trying to keep me, I'm asking for what DeShaun Watson wants to get paid. Or I'm going to sit out. Because guess what? Somebody will pick Baker up next year. If I'm Baker Mayfield, if DeShaun Watson gets suspended for the year, you're going to give me a pay raise, motherfucker. I was here. I worked my ass off. I was injured. I took you to the fucking playoffs. The fucking Cleveland Browns to the playoffs. And you're going to shit on him for DeShaun scumbag Watson? I'm telling you right now, if DeShaun gets suspended, if I'm Baker, I'm asking for DeShaun money or trade. Wherever Baker Mayfield goes beside the Cleveland Browns, he will lead them to a playoff next year. Mark my words. He's got that. You remember when he left Texas Tech as a walk-on, he had the job, and Cliff Kingsbury didn't like him for some reason. Went to Oklahoma, beat out Trevor Knight. I think his name was Trevor Knight. Beat him out. And as a walk-on, scored the touchdown, grabbed his balls, planted the thing. Little man, chip on my shoulder, all the way to the number one pick. And then you're going to get DeShaun Watson. In which DeShaun Watson's really, I consider it really overrated for what they're paying him. I mean, he had some really good he had a really good receiver at the Texans and stuff, and he didn't really do too much. He had some good yards, do a lot of interceptions. His completion ratio is pretty low. So, but I'm just saying, if there's smoke, there's fire. Out of 24 girls, I'm pretty sure he did something wrong. And every fan out there, every general manager, everybody out there, put yourself in there as a dad of those girls. I don't care if you're the biggest Browns fan or not. If he touched your daughters or something like that, he should. I don't even understand how is he even still in the NFL? It's crock of shit. But anyway, shout out to my sponsors, Terphouse Farmz, but we got MMACOIN, crypto. They got some big stuff coming out with Terphouse Farmz, and check them out. Amazing crypto. There's some NFTs and things we're going to be bringing out. HKA for your fight apparel, and also for shorts and cool shirts and things like that. And then, I mean, like I said, look at the Terphouse shirt versus the world. Look, the shirt on the wall right there, it says "Fuck Farmer." I mean, Jay Davis is rolling out shirts left and right. And this hat, I mean, look how fire this is. So shout out to my sponsors. But the biggest Shallow Hal fan base team is the Texas Longhorns. I wanted y'all to be able to check out our intro again. Listen to Yuck Mouth. Listen to the rhymes. Check it out. And give us a like and subscribe. This is another thing. We're WTF Network on YouTube, on TikTok. Look us up. Like and subscribe. Check us out. We're doing crazy stuff. Interviewing from fighters to college football to comedians to rappers to crazy people. We're doing everything. Like and subscribe. Give us a chance. We're doing some stuff. And look, Barstool, fucking answer the call. But I'm going to hit my yucky right here, and y'all check it out.
Yeah.
It's lights out when I do my thing. It's man down when I enter the ring.
I'm the king of the ring.
Terphouse put it down for the team. It ain't over till the champion sing.
I'm the king of the ring.
It's lights out when I do my thing. It's man down when I enter the ring.
I'm the king of the ring.
Terphouse put it down for the team. It ain't over till the champion sing.
I'm the king of the ring.
Fight night, I'ma turn this shit to fright night. Knock 'em on the ass like Iron Mike. They go night night, sleepwalking, do the stanky leg, make his knees buckle. Terphouse Farmz, we just legalize the weed hustle. The body snatcher, like a Viking with a sword, like a knight on his horse. I be striking with his war. Bare knuckle boxing, UFC to the Bellator, top competitor.